Hello everyone, Dave from DaveTheKayaker.com and Westside Boat Shop Kayaks with you today. First of all, Merry Christmas everyone. It is Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope everybody is finding peace and love and happiness in their lives. I am thrilled right now to bring you a brand new Westside Boat Shop kayak. That's the first time that phrase has been uttered in at least 2.5 years. If you don't know, Westside Boat Shop Kayaks was founded and owned by a gentleman by the name of Doug Bushnell. I could not let these American-made boats, American-designed boats, just get tossed into a dumpster. So I talked with Doug earlier this year, negotiated to buy his business from him. So I purchased all the assets of the designs, all the molds, all the know-how on the proprietary way of laying up these boats. And these boats are made in a much higher quality than a lot of boats you're going to find coming out of China or overseas. They're much more rigid, they're much higher quality, it's a much better construction, less flexing in the boat, which all leads to more speed and efficiency. This is the first boat. This is the first Generation 2 Westside Boat Shop boat, and this is called the Delta. I will give you the 360-degree experience here. That's the bow of the boat, very narrow, slices into the water. We come along the water line here. The boat is absolutely gorgeous. We've got a Smart Track overstern rudder. That is standard for this kayak now. You look at the shape, it's that classic Delta shape borrowed from some racing boats. This boat is reminiscent of my Phoenix Match 2 downriver racer. Just pure function and design for speed and performance. Here is an Olympic K1 type seat. Now this particular one is just temporary. We're putting a second one in here that's sliding and adjustable, and that will be the standard build, but we wanted to get this on the water as quickly as we possibly could. We go inside the boat. Here you see the Smart Track foot pedals with there's foot stops with pedals above them. They're side mounted on rails and they're adjustable. You just pick up this plastic thing and you can slide the pedals in and out to adjust for your legs. There's a full bulkhead up in front. So the idea here is if you were to flip over, this boat is going to be very safe because it's bulkheaded in the rear and the front. That's the rear bulkhead. So there's a bulkhead in the rear, and in addition to that, there is a foam pillar that runs down the center behind the bulkhead for additional flotation. Pure beauty in carbon Kevlar. Let me flip this thing over and show you the hull. Now looking at the hull of the boat, again you see this nice sharp bow that just slices into the water, and just beautiful. You see, like right at the cockpit, it's still narrow, but the width is really just behind the cockpit. That gives you the stability. Beautiful lines, as do all Westside Boat Shop boats. Because of the design of the hull, it is a very, very fast boat for its size. You would think this is kind of a wreck boat or whatnot, and you would be wrong. This is a great boat for all-day touring. Aspiring kayak racers will find this to be a great training boat. If you're in local races right now, paddling maybe a plastic kayak or a wreck kayak, and you want a little bit more speed, this is a great entry point for a high-end performance kayak to get into racing. It's a little tippy, so most people will get in it and not feel stable, but once you have some paddling miles, either in other boats or this boat, you're going to feel rock solid stable in it, and you're going to get the speed and efficiency from a high-end carbon Kevlar performance kayak. Okay, so I'm in the boat, and again, if you're not a kayaker, this will feel kind of tippy to you, but once you get it to the edges, this stability kicks in. I won't call it a wing, but it gets wide right behind the cockpit, and that's where your stability is, and the boat just pushes back hard. Again, 23 and 5/8 inches wide, so it's actually a fairly wide boat. It's just amazing stability for what it is, and I'm going to go paddle it and give you my impressions. What an amazing boat. If you are maybe getting up in years and you used to race kayaks and you're looking for more stability than what you used to have, this is a great boat for that. This is a great winter training boat for anybody who's into fitness paddling or kayak racing. Nice and stable. The risk of flipping is low if you're used to paddling skinnier boats. And you know, if you're kind of advanced rec paddler looking to go the next step to racing or fitness paddling, this is a super excellent entry point to do just that. It is the Westside Boat Shop Delta Kayak. Okay, so you just saw me get off the water and do the full review here. This is before all that now. This is coming out of the shop. And the amazing thing about this boat, it's hanging right now on a scale, 28 pounds on the nose. What an incredibly lightweight yet strong, fast, and sleek kayak. So there you have it, the Westside Boat Shop Delta Kayak, now available once again from Westside Boat Shop Kayaks, available exclusively at davethekayaker.com. I want to give a shout out to a few people this year. First and foremost, my lovely wife and my supportive family, Joey Schott over at Turning Point Boatworks, who was the other piece of the puzzle to make this happen again, to get this business back in business. Of course, Doug Bushnell. I admire that man so much. He's been so helpful. He continues to advise us and give us advice, and it's great that he is just as vested in the success of this company going forward as we are. So thank you all very much. The Rivanna River Paddlers group and all the great paddling we did this year, especially Conrad and Patty Zeller, Sarah Howard, Scott Shaw, you've been the regulars, and it was great paddling with you so much this year. Also, Vinny Tortorich, paddled some miles with him. Pete Runge, Mark Biddle, some great times this summer. And your closest friends when you're a kayaker tend to be the people you paddle most with. And those two people would be paddling buddy Dave and paddling friend Shelly. Thank you for all the fun on the water and your friendship over the years. I greatly appreciate it. So there you go. I'm going to leave it right there. Contact me. There's a phone number on your screen. That is a Google Voice number. If I'm available, I will answer it day and night. It's considered 24/7. If I'm not available, it will record your message and convert it to a text, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So there's never been a better time to buy a Westside Boat Shop kayak. We're back in business. This is the first boat. I've got another Delta coming out of that shop very soon. From there, we're building a EFT Sleek for a customer. And then beyond that, we're going to have a few surprises along the way, depending on how quickly we get some more orders and how much production we have to do before we can experiment with some fun new things. So thank you very much, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Come check me out at davethekayaker.com. I actually have a GoFundMe set up. The idea behind that is to have a little bit of working capital to build. I think I'm going to need 4 or 5 more demo boats to get people in, to let them test paddle them. Because when you get to this end of the market, people generally aren't going to buy one of these boats sight unseen unless they've paddled it and know what they're getting into. To be sure, there's a lot of old timers out there who know these boats and had them, still own them, still love them. Those people, place your orders. Now's the time to get your next Westside boat. But I need some working capital to build 4 or 5 more of these. Once I have enough demo boats for the boats people say they need to test paddle, then I will shut off the GoFundMe. If you go to my website at davethekayaker.com, you can make a donation directly there as well. I greatly appreciate it. I just don't want to take on investors and dilute the vision and what we're doing here. But I do need a little bit of extra working capital than what I thought I needed. Building 4 or 5 demo boats is an expensive endeavor, and I spent a lot of money in purchasing the company, transferring all the molds, setting up an LLC. There's just been a lot more involved in it than I thought maybe there would be. But it's okay if you don't make a donation. The best other way you can help without it costing you anything at all is give a thumbs up to this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, come join the Westside Boat Shop group on Facebook, follow me on Instagram at Dave the Kayaker. Again, visit me at davethekayaker.com. come on down to Charlottesville, Virginia, test paddle one of these boats. I've got a bunch of them hanging in my garage that I bought used. Got this one. We're going to have a few more here, hopefully within the next few months. Thank you all very much, and I'll talk to you very soon.
Westside Boat Shop Kayaks. The tradition continues.